One of the most overlooked and underutilized fish available to winter anglers also is one of the most aggressive. Add the fact that it grows large and fights hard and is spectacular table fare. Yes, the whitefish is all that and a lot of fun.
Look at here.
Beautiful gold, eh?
Yep. And like you say, they're one of the most aggressive fish. That fish came from 20 feet down to come and get the spoon. Unbelievable. Well, we're going to talk nature of the different fish. As you know, the In-Fisherman formula is you have to first understand the nature of the fish. That leads you to locational aspects of the fish, and then of course it's all about presentation after the fact. So what better way to talk what better way to get at this whole thing about how important the nature of the fish is than to take a fish that most guys, most people, most ice fishermen don't get to fish for. Got the showdown in the hole here, just 8-pound test line. I'm using a Lindy Viking spoon. It's a great spoon, long, narrow, thin spoon. We're going to talk about that maybe just a little bit. And it's 78 feet deep right here. And that fish came down from 60 feet to my spoon, which was in 45 feet. I just played keep away with him for just a little bit. Big fish?
You know, I think he's a half decent one, Doug. Ooh, you know what? I think this is... that's a nice little
pretty fish, aren't they? Oh, they like those spoons, huh?
They do. Anything that looks minnowy.
Yeah?
And, you know, we'll tip it with a power grub or something like that, but you really don't have to.
What beautiful fish, though, in the mouth. The mouth is one of those key characteristics, isn't it?
And you see how it's overslung like that, Douglas?
Yep.
It really does tell you they spend 99% of their time feeding on the bottom.
Yeah.
And that is traditionally where most people would fish whitefish, on the bottom. Neat trick with the spoon, bounce it right in the mud. And whitefish, because they grub and they create a mud storm,
yeah.
If they see your spoon bouncing in mud, it's almost like it turns them on.
Okay, I'm going to release him quick.
Yeah.
Now, but when we're fishing right now, we're in 80 feet of water almost.
Yes.
But would that still be a tactic that deep?
You know what, I'm sure we're pulling some of these fish up.
Yeah.
And if you found them a little shallower, we actually have some great spots in here that are 25, 30, 35 feet down.
Okay.
And then they tend to be closer to the bottom. And when you find them on the bottom, you bounce it. That is the traditional method of fishing whitefish.
But these are a fish that, they cover a lot of water. These are big schools of roaming fish.
Absolutely, and they're on emerald shiners, they're on pelagic forage, so they will either set up in an area like this and kind of circle around, waiting for the forage to pass through. So shiners, smelts, ciscos, that sort of thing. So they're reasonably migratory. They might be from that island in this basin here.
Okay.
But the forage is also migratory, so it's a case of moving targets always. And so if you can set up on those key areas, basins, point structures.
But, okay, so not 30 feet. Most of the time the fish are off in open water, down into that basin area.
And we've talked so often about those pivot points. If you think of the letter L, where those two lines meet, and it seems to be on these flats, but adjacent to that L, so they can kind of slide down.
Okay, so
out.
30 here, 60 there, pivot point there.
Then set up kind of close to there.
Okay.
And and they seem to be like lake trout, that they will push things against. They'll push them against a wall, or they'll push them against the shoreline.
Okay. Well, back at them. There we go. There we are.
Worth its weight in gold.
If I can get him out of the hole here. Look at this. They are just beautiful, I think. We've gone on these spoons, we've gone to just a single hook because it just facilitates being able to get the hook out like that. Pretty. And I'll show you a little bit more about that spoon that I have here in a minute. Here. So all I've done is taken the treble hook off that's typically on this Viking spoon, added a single hook, just a plain single hook, and I've actually added another split ring to slide on the regular split ring, and then I'm just tipping with a Northland plastic. This is a scud bug, just something to catch their eye once they see the flash of the spoon. All right, back at it.